never saw that. I don't know if they do win or not. Anyway, we'll be seeing more from James and Ben's boys later in the series, so stay tuned for that.
Now, our next guest is rapidly becoming a big Hollywood star as the new love interest of everyone's favourite serial killer, Dexter. But we still know her as the glamorous con artist, Stacey from Hustle. It is a beautiful thing. It's Jaime Murray. Welcome to the show. You've just flown in from LA a few days ago.
That's right. Thanks for having me.
How are you getting on with your jet lag? Were you just telling us you're a bit tired?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good.
You were up till 3 o'clock this morning.
Oh,
you
my
still look
God.
like that. Is this a just for no, it's not?
I was a tossing and a turning.
So you're based out in LA now?
I'm backwards and forwards. I wouldn't want to leave permanently, but I'm there a bit now. Yeah.
What is it with Brit actresses out there right now? Because Alan Freel's doing really well, of course, and Hugh Laurie. I mean, he's not an actress; he's an actor.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think there's
I don't know. I mean, recently I just feel like, you know, the pond that separates us has kind of shrunk, and also the. You know, actors are moving between television and film with much more fluidity now. Yeah, it's not such a...
Actresses are rubbish. So all the English ones have to go. What's that LA like? Is it as exciting as everyone thinks it seems?
It's remarkably similar. I mean, if you're working, it's remarkably similar. I'm not sure if it would be a destination for me for holiday, but it's a great working town. It is.
But it's like everyone, because you would see it on TV and everyone looks like, you know, buzzing there, and everyone seems really positive.
Yeah.
Is it?
Well,
is
you
it
know,
like...
sunshine.
But yeah, I was going to say,
I mean, in the film industry.
Yeah, well, I would say that on a sunny day in London, there's nowhere better to be, and everyone feels different. And you know, they have everyone thinks of California as being very healthy, but I think we're healthier in the summer as well. You know, you want to eat lighter. You know, you're showing more skin and everything. So it's like that every day, and it's not boiling hot. It's like a perfect English summer's day every day out there.
But is it like the industry, like, Jamie, come here, Jamie, do this, Jamie, do... Is everyone's like pulling on you everywhere?
Well, I mean, it is the epicentre, so it is busy. So, you know, as an actor, you know, you often go up for between 20... For every job you see someone on screen, they've been up for between 20 and 100 jobs. But out there, as soon as you're kind of dealing with one disappointment, suddenly, you know, you've got another 3 castings to prepare for, and then you've got to...
Is that what's called pilot season then?
It's a crazy time.
And you did that, and that's how you got Dexter? Is that how you all came
actually, I went out there and actually I got a pilot for a CBS show, and I was really focused on that. That was very exciting. And then when that didn't get picked up, I got Dexter, and I'd never heard of Dexter. And my manager kept on saying to me, "This is great, you know, Jamie, you don't sound very excited." And I was like, "No, I am. I am. I've not heard of it before." And then they sent me the box set of the first season, and they sent it to me on a Friday. I had the read-through on the Monday. I watched them back to back over a weekend, and then by Monday morning I was a complete nerdy fan, and I went to the read-through and I was like, "Hi, Jamie. You play Angel Batista, don't you? I love that scene where, you know." But no, it was great. They're a great bunch of actors.
Did you make a conscious effort then to move yourself out to LA, or?
You know, it happened quite organically. I went out to LA a while ago. A couple of years ago, and it scared the bejesus out of me. It was like everybody was, you know, it was just big. Everyone's on the other side of the road. The cars are bigger, the roads are bigger, the signs are different, and I found it a bit overwhelming. And then Hustle got picked up by an American network, AMC, and they wanted us to shoot 2 episodes out there. So then suddenly I had a trailer in LA, and I was working out there with a film crew, and it felt remarkably similar to when I was working in Bermondsey filming Hustle. You know, because once you're on a film set, you're on a film set. It's the same hours, the sparks are the same.
It doesn't sound the same, though.
No, I know, it doesn't. Hollywood. It doesn't, but it demystified it for me, actually. And then while I was out there, I met people who I'm now working with, and so it happened organically. But I wonder if that hadn't happened, if Hustle hadn't done that for me, whether I would have always been a bit too scared to make the move.
Well, look, we've got a clip of you in Dexter. Let's have a look. Here you go.
Oh, it's quite dark and intense.
That was a bit of a dark scene you chose to show. It's quite funny in places as well.
So it is kind of black comedy.
It is. It's very comic, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Which doesn't sound a bit odd because it's a serial killer, but
yeah. Well, I think that anytime you're trying to kind of hide something from the world, that throws up, you know, a lot of natural humour, you know. And he's also got this kind of very monotone inner monologue, and it's very dry, actually.
So you come a long way, because you started, I read that, you started by doing a bit of miming on Top of the Pops, is that right?
I certainly did, yes.
That seems a long time ago, does it?
No, it seems like yesterday, actually.
Does it?
It doesn't seem that
Now that
long
you've brought
ago.
it back, she's having a freaking cold sweat.
Exactly.
Now, something odd I read about you is you have a quintessential English accent, but you got a voice coach in the States to teach you an English accent?
Well, I went over there and I was, you know, being taught the American accent, and I was trying to finesse that. And then the first job I got out there, I got cast as an American, but they then turned around and said, you know, would you do it in British? Because you know, she was this very intelligent character, and the Americans all think that Brits are incredibly intelligent, which is nice when you're over there.
Not bad
Does some of the work for you, exactly.
Yeah.
And so I said, yeah, great. So a couple of weeks before we went to shoot, they came to me and they said, "I'm so sorry, Jamie, but would you mind terribly seeing an accent teacher?" I said, "Oh, I thought we were doing it, you know, in my own accent." My British accent. They said, yeah, but you don't really sound British enough. So, coincidentally, they sent me back to the guy, the American guy, who had been teaching me my American accent. So I had this American guy teaching me to do a British accent. And so there was a touch of the Dick Van Dyke going on.
Oh, dear.
All right, Jamie. Jamie will be staying with us and taking your emails along with Danny Wallace. If you want to ask them anything, send us an email via the BBC website, bbc.co.uk.